Right now we're at the Comfort Woman Memorial Statue in San Francisco, and this memorial is dedicated to the hundreds and thousands of young Asian women and girls who were forced into sexual slavery by the Japanese Imperial Army during World War II. I guess even longer, from 1931 to 1945 actually, so through World War II. And many people don't know about Comfort Woman, and a lot of that is because the dark history of Japan and the Japanese Imperial Army's sexual violence and just domination in general was largely hidden for decades. And it wasn't until some of the survivors of sexual slavery, some of these comfort women who were really, elderly or older, started speaking out about their experience in the 90s, really fucking recently. And there are still homes for survivors of sexual slavery by the Japanese Imperial Army in Korea. One of my really good friends, Na-yoon Ohm, took a gap year and actually recorded these stories and interviewed comfort women survivors in Korea. This plaque here says that the Japanese Imperial Armed Forces occupied 13 Asian Pacific countries, Korea, China, Southeast Asia. But what a lot of, something that I did not know until recently was they also sexually enslaved about 2,000, probably more, right? These are reported numbers of young women and girls in Taipei, in Taiwan. And this is something that has, I made a TikTok about this a little while ago, but I say all the time, like, Japan has had the greatest, most drastic rebrand of the 21st century, especially growing up in America. I really despised my Japanese heritage because everyone just assumed I was super cute and watched anime and, played Pokemon. I had boys asking me to say cute Japanese phrases and words and sounds, and so I really rejected it because I thought Japan was so cute. And the older I got, Japan became less and less cute and more violent and scary and fucked up. And also at this time, growing up, when I just identified as Asian and just tried to become more and more whitewashed as possible to become accepted, I've also grown into being curious about my other Asian heritage, Taiwan, right? I'm half Japanese, half Chinese from Taiwan. My grandparents immigrated, I think, in the 60s after the Exclusion Act ended from Taiwan. And, Japan forced 2,000, again, women and girls in Taiwan into sexual slavery as comfort women. And these, when a lot of Asian people find out that I'm half Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese, their reaction is like, because if you know the history of violence and fucked up shit, that's the internal turmoil I live with every day, is being a half Japanese, Taiwanese girl, that people don't think about, but I think about it all the time. And these women are me,